You're with Prestige, and right about now, I'm with Danny Bond, who's just announced he's returning over the Christmas period. Just going to find out why.
I've had a lot of time to think this year, and after what I did last Boxing Day, I felt there was still a little bit left in the tank, and there was still the support out there. So I'll give it a go.
The O2 last year sold out very quickly. How did that make you feel at the time? Obviously, that was your last gig, and it's sold out.
Yeah, it was good. I remember just about to go on stage and feeling all the nerves and stuff, and I had my own dressing room, and it felt quite good. And then when I came off the stage, I remember my dad speaking to me, and come along to my gig, which was a big moment, and he said, "Why are you stopping?" And the truth of it was, I'd never felt anything like that since probably the Movement days, which was going 3-4 years before that. And I wasn't enjoying the gigs that I was doing before. And then when we did the O2 and the O2 went as well as it did, it made me realise that there's still a lot of support for what I was doing. Whereas before the O2, I'd kind of started to not believe in what I was doing, because turning up to clubs and there being hardly anybody there, and it wasn't really what I was feeling. So kind of that gig, after having a few months to think about it, I thought if I can do 1 or 2 gigs a year and still keep it exclusive, rather than just coming to the clubs week in, week out, then I think anybody in the same situation as me would do it. It's anybody who's been put in that situation to do it, because really you only live once.
All right, Danny. Before last year, to be honest with you, I didn't know much about you. I'm from London. I moved up to Leeds, and obviously the Danny Bond the end event wowed me. I was like, who's this guy? He's sold this event out. I've done a bit of research. I've seen a few YouTube videos. I've heard a few sets, and you do things very different from everyone else. I see the Willy Wonka thing you done. That was pretty impressive. I like things, and I like things being different. I mean, what can we expect from you this time? We can expect something different again?
Yeah, that's where kind of got to take pride of it, really, because people expect something a little bit different from the norm. So I've been working away, putting together like a new intro, a new set. What I like to do is with an intro is to actually have a video go into it as well. So yeah, it's completely fresh, a lot of new samples in it. We just have to wait and see what I'm going to do.
Right, a little quick fire round. Let's get to know Danny Bond. A few questions for you, Danny. Best club you played at?
O2 Academy and Tall Trees in Newcastle.
Best city to play?
It's got to be Leeds.
Shock. Who's your favourite other DJ?
I like DJ George, really talented guy.
What's been your favourite gig abroad?
Probably the first time I did America. I went to Denver, Colorado, and we had to. It was like a little bit what they do like AWOL now, where you get a postcode and you go to a postcode. But what you did in America was you got a postcode which was a lamppost, and then when you got to that lamppost, someone met you, and if they didn't like the look of you, they wouldn't give you the postcode to the club, which was that's underground clubbing. So that, and probably as well Eden Ibiza. I did a season out there, and that was a lot of fun.
Okay, obviously apart from the O2 Academy, the end last year, what's been a highlight of your career?
Movement was a really big thing in this city. We, myself, Kane, Alex, and we tried something never been done before, which was taking a scene to a big warehouse, and we did 2,500 people on about 4 or 5 occasions. So that was really big highlight.
And finally, obviously, the Encore is not just one night; it's a tour. Where can we find you?
I'm starting off in Audio in Batley on Mad Friday the 21st, then the main event on Saturday 22nd at Mint Warehouse. We're actually covering the whole of the terrace, so anyone who's ever been there before, guarantee they will not recognise it at all. And then I finish up Utopia in Bradford, which used to be Lingard's, a club that I used to really like. And then that's it, and then to relax.
So you've heard it here first. I'm Prestige, just interviewed Danny Bond. He's going to come back with something fresh, something crazy, expect fireworks, do not miss it.